Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. A quick news update for you guys about the potential return of over 30 movies to Netflix in the late 2020s. This is all because of Netflix and Disney's existing contract. Now, we all know that movies that made between 2016 and 2018 were on Netflix, and as those movies expire, so they pull them off Netflix, and the idea is eventually they're going to be coming to Disney Plus. We've also got a few more titles in this deal to come. We've still got Nutcracker in the Four Realms, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Mary Poppins Returns. So those are going to be on Netflix for at least another 18 months after they come on there, which is usually 6 to 8 months after they come out in the cinema. Now the big thing is with this contract is there's something called the Pay 2 window, which usually is about 9 years after the movies have been at the cinema. Now this is basically, first off they go to cinema, then they go to DVD and sort of video rentals, then they go off to what they call Pay 1, which is originally at the moment was Netflix, then they go to the network for a few more years, and then up to 9 years down the line is the Pay 2 window. And so this is where things are really going to come back and bite Disney with this contract. This all came about because Netflix released its quarterly results, and Rich Greenfield of BTIG Research shared some details on his Twitter account, kind of showing off how this all works and kind of very much saying that Netflix still have it and don't want to be selling it back to Disney. So what this means is that in early 2025, the first movie that was under this contract, The Finest Hours, could potentially go back to Netflix for another run, and obviously it would have to leave Disney Plus. That problem will then run for 3 more years, so we're going to see lots of movies in there. We've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, we've got Infinity War, Beauty and the Beast, Black Panther, Cars 3, Coco, Finding Dory, Mary Poppins Returns. We've also got Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Star Wars Episode 7, Last Jedi, and The Jungle Book, Thor Ragnarok, just to name just a few of them. So everything that has been released between 2016 and 2018 comes under that. However, because of that 9-year thing, it does mean that Mary Poppins Returns wouldn't leave Disney Plus to go back to Netflix till 2027. And then it would eventually come back to Disney Plus, and that could be 2028, 2029. So we're talking a long way off, so nothing we have to worry about right now. And this is the key thing. Netflix still owns this contract, and Netflix wouldn't sell it back to Disney. Now, that still means we've got over 5 years before this contract comes into play. But this isn't the first time we've had this issue come up, because the Star Wars original and prequel trilogies were under a contract with Time Warner, so they might have not been able to come for a few more years. But Disney brought out that contract and got the movies back, and they're going to be coming to Disney Plus. So I'm definitely sort of looking at this and going, there's 5 more years before this potentially starts affecting Disney. We don't know where Netflix is going to be at the time. They might want that extra money. They might want that money to build their own contract. They might be holding it back as an extra card to get some more money out of Disney, or if they need to do something in the future. The thing is, they still got a long time, and contracts can change, and obviously money talks. The trouble is, Disney have got major problems with deals that were made long before they changed. For example, Marvel's deal at Universal Studios Orlando, where they couldn't build any Marvel-themed attractions on one side of America. That deal's still there. Or you've got Sony's deal with Spider-Man, where they get to have the movie rights. These things constantly make life harder for Disney, and it looks like Netflix has got a little ace up its sleeve for a few years down the line. At the point, Netflix might need that flux of new movies to kind of rebuild it on. But also, it might just look at it and go, no, this is a nice easy win to get some extra money in the pocket. At the time, they might need it. Disney might need it. We don't know. It's a long way away. But it's just worth noting that this problem could come into effect. There could also be some advantages. It means those movies will come off Disney Plus, but when they come back into Disney Plus, maybe 18 months or 2 years later, kind of give them a second wind. It's also the fact they're going to be nearly 10-year-old movies by that point. So the effect will probably be less likely. And this only affects the US. It's going to be different in different countries. And this is the big problem. It's going to take a long time for Disney to unravel all these contracts, buy them out, sort them out. And yeah, it's just a bit of a mess. But I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. And we shall see you guys in another video. Laters.